Okay, class. Good morning. Again, my name is Sir Ferdinand R. Arca Jr. and we are going to be discussing about the introduction to information systems analysis and design. So just be remember, if you do have questions, you could message us through chat kung sakasakali. Tapos mamaya natin babalikan kung ano yung mga questions na yun. Okay. So let's start the discussion. Sorry. Okay, so the focus of the subject is actually about information technology and its basic use to be able to assist companies with the transactions and processes that it does every day. So everyday transactions, yun yung focus natin dito. So information technology can mean the difference between success and failure. So definitely there is a difference with what we do today than what we do before, because everything has turned computerized, as we all do see. So ngayon, lahat ng transactions natin, as much as possible, we do it online and we save our data or information with the use of computers. So necessary na yun ngayon dahil to be able to avoid the threat of the virus, we try to manage everything online, even the classes, as you can see. We're doing it online rather than going in face to face and risk the infection. So information technology in the use of for the companies, um, it is a useful tool to be able to actually lessen the problem with processing your transactions. So pinabibilis niya. Okay? So this processes na ginagawa ng mga computer para dun sa mga kumpanya, it provides not just solutions to problems such as yung support na pwede mong ibigay sa customer. Kapag may problema yung customer, what they do is they call the company or the website, they chat to be able to be assisted with any problems with any product that has been sold. But they use technology as a weapon. Tulad ng Lazada, pag tayo ay, let's say, umorder sa Lazada, at some point, nakikita natin yung mga orders natin if we are leaning towards, let's say, sa mga babae, kung kunyaring puro makeup yung in-order mo, meron ka makikita mga recommendation sa'yo na pwede mong bilhin. Now, this is an advantage to these companies kasi they're giving you option on what the computer says that you might be interested with. So, ang nangyayari, may chance kang umorder dun sa mga products na meron sila online kasi yun yung sinasuggest nung computer na ina-access mo. So, nangyayari to because everything that we do click in the computer is being recorded. Everything that we do type into the computer is being recorded kasi meron tayong cache, yung cache memory na sa computer na save niya yung mga movements o yung mga things that you do click on your computer. So kasama yun sa sa terms and agreement ninyo kapag nagsa-sign up kayo sa mga website. So pag nag-sign up ka ng account mo sa Lazada, they have the right to get that information kasi inaalaw mo yon. Ewan ko lang kung binabasa niyo yung mga terms and agreement ninyo sa Lazada. So, ang sinasabi kasi nila para sa ano yun for the betterment of the services. Okay, so the impact of information technology. Okay, so remember that information technology or IT, this is one of the branches that computer studies has. Hindi naman ibig sabihin ito yung pinaka main focus kasi meron tayong computer science, meron tayong information system, and then we also have what we call information technology or IT. Sa IT, it is the actual application of the hardware and the software. Okay? So they tend to provide hardware and the software as a solution to problems. So yun yung main focus ng information technology. So you could actually use these informations and it would be right to say na we have a very fast-paced technology as of now rather than previous. So dati kasi kapag nagkaroon ng update sa technology, it would take years. But now it could only take months or weeks bago magkaroon ng update dun sa technology na meron tayo. So that is how fast information technology is for today. Okay, so ano ba ang meron sa future ng information technology in terms of usage of the people around it? We are tend to have virtual communities. Sa ngayon, meron tayong mga virtual chat na kung saan meron kang parang character tapos nakikipag-usap ka to other people using your yung parang salamin na virtual tapos lalakad-lakad ka lang dun sa lugar na para bang ikaw ay mismong nandoon sa lugar pero virtual siya or nasa computer siya. Then we also have artificial intelligence. Right now, the pure AI is non-existent or hindi pa kaya na talagang mag-isip para sa sarili ng computer. Pero what it does today is just generally taking a lot of data and then putting an output based on the data that it reads. So, kumbaga para bang ang gagawin lang niya is take down notes niya lang kung ano yung mga ginagawa mo, mga binibili mo. Then he comes up with a profile of his own about you to be able to understand you, but it does not really think about itself. No? So, pwedeng let's say kung paano ka let's say ano yung pinamimili mo. Yun yung kinukuha ng AI sa ngayon. So prediction lang muna sa ngayon, wala pa yung sariling pag-iisip ng AI. But there is an existent algorithm about it and how they do think. Pero sa ngayon hindi pa purely na masasabi natin na kaya niya mag-isip para sa sarili. It's just based on data and huge chunk of data para makakapag-provide siya ng answer para sa inyo. Then we also have smart technology. So uso na ngayon yung mga smartphones, smart TV, and we also have in some places we do have the smart airlines, smart crosspath o yung mga sa gitna ng kalsada. We have smart cars that actually drive by its own. So yung mga yon ay mga existing technology na meron tayo ngayon na perhaps hindi pa kayo masyado nakaka-experience but they are currently trending as we speak. So we are leaning more into being dependent on technology. Then we also have robots. But right now, the robots that we do have are just mainly for the use of industry. Ibig sabihin, ginagamit lang siya sa industry, not just, hindi pa doon sa mga bagay na iniisip natin na napapanood natin sa pelikula. And then DNA innovation. So, apart from this, kasi yung sa DNA innovation, we will have a chance to be able to actually have more knowledge about DNA by using information technology, such as knowing more elements, yung mga particles natin na molecules, atoms, neutrons, yung mga yan, madadagdagan pa yan. Pero yung sa DNA natin, this is how we will be able to construct yung mga non-existent natin na animals, yun yung fini-feature natin sa technology nito to be able to those non-existent animals anymore, yung mga extinct natin, then maybe we could have an idea to be able to recreate them. So yun yung future ng information technology. Okay. So let's move on with the role of a systems analysis and design. So ito yung supposedly dapat maging role ninyo pag natapos yung subject natin and how we should be able to approach this information that you'll be getting from the subject. Okay? So let's talk about the systems analysis. So the role of systems analysis and design is it is a step-by-step process for high-quality information systems. Pag sinabi kasi nating information system, it is a collection of a lot of components. Hindi lang siya basta isang component lang na kinakailangan to be able to understand how information system work. Okay? So maraming pinagsasama-sama sa kanya. Mamaya nandyan yung meaning. Hindi describe natin. Okay, so it is a step-by-step process. Ibig sabihin, ikaw as a person who will be a systems analyst should have an understanding how the business works, how the process works for a company. May it be an inventory system, may it be a point of sale system, may it be, let's say, a payroll system. So knowing those information is critical for you kasi yung mga information na yun yung mga kailanganin ng kumpanya to be able to process their transactions. So let's say for example, ako hindi naman ako HR, pero I have an idea on how the payroll works for ICI. So sa ICI, what we do is we have what we call a payroll system. And this payroll system has a server within the HR's office. Ang ginagawa namin, tinatap namin yung ID namin. Okay? So yung ID, tinatap namin siya sa isang parang reader. Okay? So RFID reader. Then mare-record yung information namin. Pag na-record yung information namin, pupunta yun sa computer sa server ng HR. Then si HR, makikita niya yung time in, time out namin. Pagkatapos nun, kukunin niya yung computation ng hours, then isasubmit niya ngayon sa accounting. Si accounting naman, pepresyohan niya kung magkano yung sasahurin namin. Then, i-apply niya yung deductions, i-apply niya yung mga kung magkano yung total na take home ng empleyado. And then after that, magsisend siya ng report sa AUB. And the report is consist of informations about the payroll. Tapos, pag send sa AUB, si AUB na magpa-process para maipasok sa accounts ng mga empleyado yung pera. Now, yun yung step-by-step procedure. Now, kung gagawa ka ng information system para mapadali yung proseso na yun, then definitely what you would want is that the computer could actually automatically compute for you and give you the money in your account as much as possible to be able to process it much more faster. Diba? Kasi, ang gusto mo doon, mas dumali yung proseso. Okay? So let's say pag-usapan natin yung sa mga grocery. Sa grocery, let's say ang nangyayari is pag dumating yung delivery, nire-record sa isang logbook, no? Pagka-record sa logbook, then i-check ng mga dicer nila, tapos lalagay sa mga stante. And then after that, pagdating sa cashier, i-record ng cashier kung ano yung mga binili. Pero kung computerized, pwedeng ini-scan na lang din nila. So knowing those informations on how do they process is really critical for a systems analysis, systems analyst and a designer. Kasi magde-design ka ng isang sistema na kinakailangan ay maging workable para dun sa transaction. Okay, let's talk about the systems analyst. What is the main work in description ng ginagawa ng systems analyst? It plans, it develops, and it maintains information system. Okay, so ikaw yung nag-check, ikaw yung nagde-develop, ikaw na yung nagpaplano, kailangan alam mo yung lahat ng proseso, and you had a better idea on how things do work. Okay, so let's say sa enrollment ng ICI, anyone who is a systems analyst for ICI will understand how the process works. Let's say, paano ba pumapasok yung grade sa portal? Kasi mula sa klase, papunta sa registrar, papunta dun sa portal. Una, mangyayari pag nag-enroll kayo, makukuha ng registrar yung listahan ng estudyante. Kasama doon yung proseso ng re-record ng subjects ninyo, ng grades ninyo. Then, in the long run, bibigyan ng master list yung teacher. Si teacher naman magre-record ng grades. Magkaklase siya, may schedule siya, magkaklase siya. And then after that, pag nagbigay siya ng grades, mag-i-input siya sa system ng mga grades, ng mga total ninyo. Pag nabigay na yung mga grades, magsiset ng date kung kailan i-upload yung grade ninyo sa portal kasi magkahiwalay yung grading system sa school at saka yung student portal ninyo sa website. Okay? So, mangyayari, magsiset ng date kung kailan i-upload, tapos i-update yung portal, tsaka nyo makikita yung grades ninyo. Kaya minsan, hindi immediate nating nakikita yung grade natin kasi hindi naman nagkakasabay-sabay minsan yung mga teacher mag-upload. So that is a common problem lalo na kapag may mga pasang project. Minsan kapag kayo ay nagre-request ng extension, nakaka-apekto yon para dun sa part na kinakailangan mong magpa-extend. Para doon sa teacher, kailangan niya mag-extend ng oras ng submission para na makahabol ka. Pero ang epekto naman nun, ang downside nun, is pati siya ma-extend dun sa kanyang schedule ng submission ng grade. So tandaan, merong schedule ng submission ng mga grade yung mga teachers natin. Okay? Okay, so the systems analyst position. A systems analyst investigation analyzes. So basically what we have described. They should be able to have knowledge about everything that is happening on the current process na pinag-aaralan niya. So halo-halo na yon, payroll, inventory, let's say online e-commerce, kailangan meron kayo knowledge dyan. On large project, the analyst works as a member of an IT department team. So pag sinabi nating analyst, hindi ibig sabihin ikaw yung nagpo-program. Pero mahalaga na may idea ka on how IT works because you will be working with computerized systems. Okay? So, kaya ka masasabing magiging member ka ng IT kasi magtatanong sa'yo yung mga programmer na yan kung ano yung mga dapat ilagay dun sa system. So, dapat ganun din yung maging approach mo pagdating dito sa subject natin. You have the knowledge about the process. Then, you definitely have an idea on what are the informations that we need to have and how would it look like kapag gumawa ka ng isang information system. Okay, so dapat may idea ka on how do this information systems work. Smaller companies often use consultants to perform the work. So kung ikaw ay analyst, pwede ka rin maging consultant, which is they would hire you just to be able to get your opinion for analyzing their process and what it is that they could be able to do to be able to minimize their work. Ganun yung ginagawa ng mga systems analyst sa ngayon. Tandaan, systems analyst. Hindi ibig sabihin na pag binanggit natin yung word na system, we are talking about computerized system. It could be a manual system per se. Ibig sabihin, possible na hindi lang naman sa computerized siya gumagana. Let's say, analyst ka pero ang pinagawa sa'yo is to create a flow on processing the payments using a, let's say, a bayad center. Kunyari, ikaw isang kumpanya ng ISP, then ang pinagawa sa inyo, gawa mo nga kami ng sistema na makukuha namin yung yung bayad ng tao sa bayad center. O let's say, example, dito sa ICI, kung ikaw ay systems analyst, bigyan mo nga kami ng flow kung paano makakapagbayad online yung bata and then at the same time makukuha ng ICI yung payment online nang hindi na pumupunta sa school. So, ganun yung trabaho ng systems analysis. Not just about computerized system but also on how the flow works for manual processes. Okay? So, hindi siya focused sa computerized lang. So, yun yung tatandaan ninyo. So, you should have a knowledge about everything. Okay. So, what are your responsibilities? You need to translate business requirements into practical IT projects. Understanding how the process works is really important for a systems analyst as a position. They tend to you for solutions. Maghahanap sila ng solution mula sa iyo. Tulad ng sinabi natin kanina, pwede kang maging member ng IT department. Pero ang role mo ay hindi mag-program, hindi gumawa ng database, kundi mag-set up ng flow para sa kanila kung ano yung kinakailangan. Kasi yung position mo is, ikaw yung magdidikta kung paano dapat yung maging step-by-step procedure na gagawin dun sa sistema. Sino yung user? Sino yung makakatanggap ng data? Sino yung magpa-process? Kanino manggagaling yung information? Kailan lalabas yung information? Yun yung importanteng role mo as a system analyst. Okay. So, isa sa mga requirements natin dito for your of being a system analyst is solid communication skills. Okay, so remember parang project nyo to. Sa project ninyo, minsan na-assign kayo, madami kayo sa isang project. And then pagpalagay natin na sa isang project group, hindi naman pare-parehas ang role. Minsan may mga analyst, minsan may mga nagdo-document. Okay? So minsan meron dyan yung mga sila yung nagta-type, grammarians siguro sa grupo ninyo. Okay, so minsan meron dyan mga financer na. So ano yung bakit kailangan natin ng solid communication skills? Kasi you will be talking to people. Tulad ng sinabi natin kanina, kung maipapasok yung systems analyst sa IT department, then they should have a knowledge capable of transferring it to the IT department. So mahirap ka, hindi naman kasi lahat pwedeng may solid communication skills. Like for example, magaling ka sa math. Kaso hindi mo kayang ituro sa kaklase mo kung paano mo nakuha yung sagot. Merong ganun eh. Magaling na tao pero hirap magturo sa iba dahil siya lang nakakaunawa ng proseso niya. Meron din namang hindi kagalingan na tao pero kayang-kaya niyang ipasa sa ibang tao yung kanyang knowledge, no? So someone could be good but not everyone that is good could be a teacher. Parang ganun. So ibig sabihin, being a systems analyst would require you to have the ability to communicate with your colleagues, with your employees, with the people around you, especially working on a project. So, importante yon para sa inyo. Okay. So, kasama na rin dyan, kung mababasa ninyo, meron kayong analytical capability. Ibig sabihin, kung kayo ay merong analytical capability, mabilis kayo mag-analyze ng sitwasyon. So, most likely kayo yung merong plan 1, plan 2, plan 3. Kasi alam nyo na kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari, ano yung possible na magiging sitwasyon kung sakaling mag-fail yung first plan ninyo. Okay, so you need to have a better understanding on how things work. Pero, at the same time, you need to analyze things that are currently happening do sa project ninyo. Let's say, schedule. Hindi nag-fit yung schedule. Kunyari, regular na tayong pumapasok, tapos kayo ay nag-schedule ng meeting sa araw na to bilang grupo sa project. Tapos ang nangyari, nawalan ng pasok. So anong gagawin ninyo? Would you continue? Yung iba walang baon. Yung iba hindi makakapunta kasi dineclare na walang pasok. So you need to have a plan on how you will be able to execute things immediately with every problem coming into you in a very fast pace. Okay? So critical yung dating. So, critical analysis na yung dating. Pero, at the same time, pag sinabi natin analysis, you need to have a better understanding of everything that is currently happening dun sa inyong project. Okay. So, guys, I will stop on this one. Tapos, magpo-post po uli ako ng isa pang meeting natin kasi malapit na po maubusan ng oras. Medyo marami pa tayong slides. So, i-close ko po muna yung ating meeting and then we will be continuing our meeting on our next link. Okay? Sige po, palib po muna sa ating room and then let's continue on the next link. Sige po.